Today is an important one. Today is, or this video today, I mean next couple of days, we are going to Klutch Kickers $100,000 Drift Series round 3. First time ever, never driven there. Really pumped about it. It's a very fast but yet technical track. Great for tandem battles, keeping cars close together, but still maintaining a good amount of speed. At least from what I've watched, and I've watched a lot of it. I mean, I watch all of it. So yeah, very exciting. I've got the truck loaded up, everything I need to go. We're gonna camp at the track this weekend, so I've got the generator and 15 gallons of fuel, everything I'm gonna need. The tent, all that great stuff. I even made an AC out of a cooler, so that'll be fun. About to get the car loaded, and then get ready to go to work so we can leave out first thing tomorrow morning. It's about a 6-hour drive for us, so we're gonna leave here at 8 so we can get there right at 2 o'clock. It's an hour time change, but with kids and fuel stops and all that stuff, it'll probably be right at 2 o'clock when we get there. So I did pay for Friday practice, so we're going to get there, get set up, get the car teched as soon as possible on Friday, and then get 3 hours of practice Friday night, and then we'll have 2 hours of practice Saturday before qualifying. So I'm gonna have roughly 5 hours to get used to a track I've never driven at. Luckily, it seems to be like about the same width and kind of set up at Nyota, Tennessee, where we drive, Sweetwater Motorplex Park. So I'm pretty confident. Hopefully the car is very similar on that same surface as it is at Nyota, and it won't take me long to adapt. But without any further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and get this thing loaded because it's about to rain, and I need to get it loaded, covered, and all that great stuff. That way the seats and everything don't get saturated, and I'm in for a sticky situation all weekend. Whew. God, I love this thing. Looking good with those ambit wheels too. It's a shame it's gonna get dirty after the rain. Oh man. Work sucks, but it's a nice view. Yeah, look at it. Look at it. Oh. Oh, it's gonna rain. I gotta cover that thing up. Well, we made it. It's been a little hectic since I've got here. It was a long 7.5 hours, traffic in Atlanta and rain and all that. But I just went out for my first lap ever. My initiation was a little funky to be expected, but I didn't spin out, so that's a win in my book. I'm gonna go try to make the best of these 3 hours of practice and see what I can come up with. a night, a day. Man, we got 4 good laps in yesterday. Amazing. I didn't spin out my first lap, which that's a real confident booster. And then on the 5th lap, my differential broke. It was a Z32 welded diff. All of a sudden, the left side just wouldn't spin. So I took it apart last night. The welds have still held. It's probably just sheared the splines on the output shaft because I couldn't get the output shaft out. So we'll just say that's the cause. So my wife and I were up late last night till about 2 o'clock getting everything switched over to the Q45 diff, which I don't have my flange in the Q45 drilled for the same as the Z32, so I had to swap out the flange, and it was just a night. Yeah, it's qualifying day, day 2. Me and little man are just hanging out in the truck. Say hey, bud. A little bit of AC right now. Woke up super early, 7 o'clock or 6 o'clock, and now we're just waiting for the driver's meeting, and then practice starts at 11:45 and qualifying is at 2. So yeah, I'm gonna throw some acceleros on and hopefully get used to them. I've never used them, so that'll be fun. If not, I got some Kendas in the back too. So all right, we'll keep you updated. Today it's humid. It's just sun was beating down. We just had some rain come through, wet everything a little bit, so that's nice, but hopefully the sun doesn't come back out and heat everything up again. But it's Florida, so hey. So right now I'm just sitting in the truck with AC running. The little dude's asleep. Practice went really well. Had some bobbles on my first couple laps out with that new diff. I had 15 psi of tire pressure, and I just don't have enough power to spin that combination. I bumped them up to about 22. Seemed to help out a lot. Pretty consistent runs. I hit most of my points. My initiation, I think I still have too much grip in the car. I throw it sideways, it's a great initiation, and then if I'm not on throttle right on the time, it just slides in. Qualifying's up next. Starts at 2. I'm 13th in line, so I'm just gonna relax, have a hamburger, hot dog, and try and stay focused, do the best that I can, and then hopefully be in the competition tomorrow and take it all the way to the top. That's the goal. That's why we're all here. Until then, yeah, see you in a minute. Unfortunately, qualifying didn't go so well yesterday. First run out, I got a 26. I had a massive straight non-entry. That new rear gear, it's a 354 now instead of a 3.9, and I got so used to the 3.9 in those 5 laps that I had Friday, with the way it would accelerate, it would throw the car out, and it would, I don't know, extend so I could go through the corner. And with that 354, I'm like, my brain's telling me to throw it in the same spot, initiate, but the problem is I'm not going fast enough, so it's straightening up before I can actually get all the way out into the corner, and it's playing head games with me, honestly. But so got 26. I finished the run and everything. Second run out, I was anticipating it. I put more air in the tires. I made it all the way through. It was a much better lap considering how different the car is now. But I spun right after the finish. It had stormed for about an hour. Track was super patchy, wet all over. The first corner was really bad. Coasted through it, made it all the way through the track, all the way even through the third corner that had water in it. And then the very end, I guess, I don't know what I was thinking. I just should have shut down before the last little exit road, but I just said, hey, we'll clutch in and car catch itself. Well, the car didn't catch itself, it just over rotated, so I got a 0 as far as I'm aware. So yeah, that was a little disappointing yesterday. But today we're gonna be going up against one of the top dogs, obviously, since I got such a low score. So we do have rain moving in again. Hopefully that it rains, because I drive better in the rain in that car with that differential. I'll have more wheel speed. But yeah, if not, then I'm gonna be struggling for power all day, and hopefully I don't go home early. It's not why we're here. But we're about to get the car together, get camp set back up, and finish this Red Bull and get ready for practice. Should be at 9:30 again, so I'm gonna grab the tires even more in the dry, see if I can get the car to act right. If not, then I don't know what I'm gonna do. It's either more power or really figure out a differential situation, because that 354 gear is not working on this track, period. Maybe if I had 600 horsepower on like instant tap out of the LS3 or something, but I don't have those monies yet. But we're gonna get to it. sorry I didn't put the GoPro on in practice. I should have. Have nothing but good runs other than one. I was going with Emerson, and car understeered after initiation, and I don't know, I kept bobbling, couldn't get it back. Nothing but solid laps this morning. Full throttle commitment seems to be working with the diff. A lot of clutch kicks. I don't normally have to do that, but today it's just driving like a turbo car. So just staying at it. Qualifying starts in just over an hour. Or not qualifying, but competition. I'm going against Kevin Lawrence, pro driver. So nothing to sneeze at. So we're gonna just go full bore, all out the whole time. That's all I can do, and hope that he messes up. But yeah, I'm gonna relax, try and cool off, stay cool, eat a peanut butter sandwich, stay proteined up, and try not to lose focus.
Through the first outer zone. Corey did make a little correction, caused him to drop back slightly. Let's see if he can catch back up, and he does. He does cut the track significantly in order to close that gap. I'm not sure how much that'll affect the judge, but Kevin, he's putting on a clinic right now on what a proper qualifying run is. We don't really expect anything less from Mr. Kevin Lawrence than Juku Racing R32 Skyline.
Yeah, that was a great lead run by Kevin Lawrence there. You know, as you said, putting on a clinic on how to do a great lead run.
Switch positions. Kevin trying to pace Corey out the gate. He's got to give him that room for Corey to make that initiation, and he does, but man, he gets right on, almost right on the door of Corey as they were, man, not even a half a car distance between the two of them. Kevin switching back. He's going to dive in right here for the attack. Does he? Yes, he does. He's trying to get right on that rear tire of Mr. Corey as he works his way around. Kevin jumping right on the back bumper. Oh! Wow. Corey, was the pressure too much for him, you think?
All right, we are back from Klutch Kickers round 3. Oh, it was a crazy weekend for us, as you've seen. It's I don't know, we learned a lot for sure. That was our first big major competition. We've done some other small comps before, but you know, they're more of driving events, 2-day fun events, not necessarily a full-on competition like Klutch Kickers or Formula D, of, you know, anything of that kind of standard. Overall, I think it went really well. There were a lot of people that have driven there several times, and they showed up and didn't even qualify. So for us to even get a qualifying score, compete, do fairly decently against a pro driver, in my opinion, I mean, that was just crazy. I don't know. I've had people on my door before, but not every single corner. So it was exciting. During that last corner I was in, It's outside zone 2. I saw him there. I thought to myself, you know what? If you're gonna have any chance of this, you have to nail that outside line on the last turn. And I tried to get out there and I overshot it. I was having trouble all weekend getting out to that outside line and just riding it all the way through. I think I nailed it once, maybe twice that whole weekend. So I was just trying to make sure I got out there and rode it. And you know, after watching the footage, going back and rewatching it, I would have lost that either way, even if I had nailed that perfectly. He was all over me, and I just, with that new differential and not being used to it, and as much as I've had to clutch kick the car, I just didn't have enough power to keep up with him. I mean, you can watch those cars and watch his car in the video, and it's just, my car struggles. You know, even if I throw too much angle at it, it slows down. It's a combination of grip and everything else, but yeah, I try not to make too many adjustments and too many changes at every event, because I want the car to stay, you know, relatively similar every time I drive it. I want to know what the car is going to do. If I have to drive it a little harder, then so be it. In terms of making an adjustment to make it easier for me, that's, yes, I've got all the stuff to do it, and it makes more sense to some people, but I don't know. I want the car to stay the same, and then me adjust my driving, you know. And it, just like this weekend, it was my duty to drive the car harder and learn faster than what I did. And overall, it just not necessarily failed, but didn't get the results that we wanted. But it was a good weekend. I came home, nothing broke. Car still runs and drives, and you know, no body damage. So successful. Even to go off track that hard, it's you know, to have everything so robust underneath, it's still together. And so yeah, we packed up. Took us about 2 hours to do in the heat, and you know, we loaded the kids up, took them to a beach for an hour. Fort Walton. It was really nice. No, really not that many people there, considering how all the hotels in the area were sold out. But yeah, it was good. And we left. We got back 3:30 in the morning. So it was good. We're already prepping for round 4. We're adding more power. We are doing a single turbo, which I in the last off season I kind of readied the car for that. You know, I put all the coolant lines on one side of the ar and E85, and I've gotten everything ready. So now it's just time to just go ahead and do it. Add the turbo. We've got everything set up, Holly, all that, and yeah, we should be ready for round 4. Stay in it, and we've got the grip. We just need the power to keep up, and then see if we can bring home a W this year, or at least get on a podium. That would be awesome. But until then, I'll try to make some more videos with the build process. But I hope you enjoyed this one. If there's anything you see that I could do better, or you'd like to see, just leave a comment, like it, you know, just let me know, and see what we can do. But until then, you guys have fun.